they have to like what I'm doing. First thing I do, I impress them with the material that I have. And they need a budget to maintain. A lot of people don't know, in the time when I Shaggy hits in America, you need $250,000 to take a song to pop radio.
That's right.
He knows that.
That's right.
There's a lot of questions you could ask this gentleman right here. Sorry to point you up about it.
He's on the next panel.
Huh?
Did you get a lot of fight about Shaggy when you came back to the US? Or were people receptive?
I didn't get a lot of fight. They were more like, you know, of course they were like trying to figure him out, but it was kind of, you know, easy because they like a story. As you know, American radio, they like story. You have a story to tell them about something, they kind of take you and they give it a try. But of course, going back to what the lady said about airplay, is very, very important in getting. But I think these days, when you have a good song, a good record that people can rock to, that's a given. You can build a story now. Social media is much easier.
Right.
It makes it easier, but all it takes is a good song. Most of the artists not spending time on their songs. Them just whole of vibes and them go on. Right now, half of the bands in the business just a whole of vibes. They need to get really serious, and they gonna have a lot of the foreign bands gonna take a lot of their money and their
That's
food.
why we're not winning right now, and we have to admit we're not winning right now. Everybody else winning from our team.
I want to say something about that too, radio play. It's different if you're Jamaican and in Jamaica, but to get radio play in other countries, especially without really understanding in each country how much reggae radio programs, stations there are, one of the best things to do is collaborations.
With a local artist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of pick a country. Let's say you want to be on the radio in the Solomon Islands. So you'll find an artist who matches your artist and reach out to them.
Good idea.
You know, dream, and with a balance between dream and reality of choosing who. And, you know, if it's an artist who all or even some of their music gets played on the radio locally, that will give you an incredible advantage in terms of radio play. Like, it might not help you in Jamaica, for example, but it works the same for America, or Hawaii, or France, any country that you want to try and get touring, so then it's going to be helpful to be on the radio first. That's like a trick way to get on the radio without a huge budget, is get someone feature on their song, or they feature on your song, who does get it in the territory you want. Because most artists, especially reggae artists, don't get radio play worldwide, other than Jamaicans, of course. Jamaicans get radio play and tour worldwide reggae. Artists who are not Jamaican, they're very isolated to where they live. They've never been heard of. You know, like the biggest reggae bands in America, that my band would open for them, they would open for us in New Zealand. No one's ever heard of them there. And
Right.
They're way bigger than us globally.
But not in that market.
That's
Strategy, and that's what your manager should be bringing to the table, that kind of strategic thinking. Let's go here, because we only have a few minutes, so let's make the questions short.
I want to say good afternoon and greetings to the panel.
Greetings.
I have something to talk to Mr. Livingston about.
Yeah.
The emergence of the internet and music, and how YouTube and the various streaming platforms have affected the sales and the value of music. How do you think that this problem can be solved, or how do you think that it can be approached for the future, for the writers that are out there and the artists who their properties out there and being streamed for, you know, XY cents per stream, or
What's the problem that you see? That the streams are the amount we're getting is too low, because that's not changing right now.
the access
Uh-huh.
and how that access affects the value of the product.
Okay, so maybe that we're devaluing it because of the way, because it's free,
Right.
or next to free. I don't know, Robert.
Of course, back in the days, you used to print 10,000 CDs to get your music out there, right? I used to do that. No, you don't.
Right.
So which one you choose?
Access or value?
Access. The value, what is the value? If no one hears your product, what is the value?
Or no one even knows you.
No one knows you, so
The
there's no
music is
value.
promotion, like in the old days when
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand something here. When you get streaming, there's an earning from streaming. You get performance royalties. Just don't care what it is. $1,010,000, $1,001 is better than none at all.
Right.
We were getting pirated before, hammered by pirates.
Yeah.
Reggae music was just a music to listen to. You know how many songs I produced, how many soundtracks I did without getting paid? You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get in.
Yeah.
18 soundtracks, no money. Just want my artist to be on TV. I don't care about my pocket, I will get it.
Right.
Get established, be heard, and be seen.
Strategy.
Number one, we need that here right now. We are not focusing on the bigger picture.
Right.
And even when you make the money, you waste it.
Right.
Everybody in the industry here in Jamaica complain about government, need to put more money, this need to more that, this. And when they make the money, where did they do with it? Yeah, it doesn't come back in industry. So why would these people constantly invest in us or in what we're doing when we're not even investing in ourselves to prepare the business side of things? The international bands are doing that. The people outside of the Jamaica are doing that. So right here, right now, streaming, all those platforms, those things are helping us tremendously. There's lots of people who's in the industry who have never seen a dollar, or they've never got their record played. Those things are helping us right now, and of course we get more music played all over the world. People are hearing reggae artists that they never heard before because of those platforms.